Hey y'all. Maybe not. Boom. There we go. Hey y'all. Hey. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. How you guys doing today? Hey Toya. Hey Malik. What's going on? We're here for part two. Well, technically, I think this is part three. This is part three, isn't it? Hey. Hey, Notes and Music. Thank you for my heart, me baby doll. Y'all do me a favor. Everybody, say hello back. Say hello back. They say, don't be rude. Say hi back. Let's see. Okay. We're finna get it in this evening. Go us. All right. So first of all, I had told you guys that I had emailed y'all and was like, "Oh, I'll be on around 2 p.m." So I'm just now getting to a point where I have electricity and battery powder. Your mom, battery power, not powder, battery power. So here I am. You're on mom duty. Shout out to all the moms. Hey, Queen Niche. Hey, is that Fire Dog? Hey, Fire Dog, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Um, anyway, everybody give me housekeeping, housekeeping, housekeeping so I can test my delay. And let's see, hold on, let me get the right notes. Let's see. No. Mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the proper notes. Here we go. This is what I want to share today. So thank you for sharing, Queen Nisha 11. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that very, very much. Hey, Mika Tex, what's happening? K Pasa. Hey, everybody in Instagram land and Facebook. Y'all can say hello. Hey, Mark. Hey, Imani. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, is that 5 Star Doc? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Energy. Hey, Elisa. Hey, Chanel. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How's everybody doing today? Okay, so first thing first, for those of you that are giving me the housekeeping, hola, we have been covering like how you actually increase your retention time. You want to increase your retention time because that's how you increase your leads and that's how you increase your followers on social media. Okay, so that is number one. And yesterday we went through hooks and we went through the structure of an actual piece of content as far as helping you guys kind of plot out or think about your scripts if you're trying to reach a new target audience, if you're trying to get people to follow you, if you're trying to get people to like convert as far as them purchasing something from you, maybe listening to your podcast, you know, coming to a live event, showing up to your in-person brick and mortar store. Alandria, thank you for the heart me, my love. Thank you so much. So we went through all of that yesterday, and then we talked about the written hook and the verbal hook. We also yesterday covered visual hooks. And then I gave you guys 4 questions that you need to go through to help you guys write better hooks if you're doing something from scratch. Then from there, thank you for the heart me flex notes and music. Then from there, we did a few examples so that way everybody would be able to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to know what was going on. And so today we're going to cover hook strategy. Hey, it's Tashina. Today we're going to cover a strategy and it's going to help you find viral hooks. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about how to reverse engineer so you can turn that into like a structure, and you can take the different components out of it and make viral hooks for yourself that's going to make you sales. Okay. just, just like that. So that's what we're going through today. So if you missed yesterday, I'm sorry to you because you did miss a lot. Okay. Now, if you are a part of my Commerce Club, that is where I send like detailed emails, strategies, marketing plans, information, stuff like that. Is literally the place to be if you're a small business owner. Then, you got a link to watch a replay so you can get caught up. Hey, Lex in the city. So yeah, and then today we're going to go through. I gave y'all some formulas yesterday too. So yeah, so today we're gonna go through the other things. Um, oh, thank you, Lex in the city. I appreciate this so much, and thanks for popping in. Thank you. So yeah, so we can get that done. So I need everybody to put housekeeping in the chat so we can get there. And then if this is your first time here, let us know. Put first time or say I'm new, so everybody in the kingdom can welcome you. And if you've been here before, drop your crowns. Thank you, Kev. Thank you so much. And I am having so much fun with like the TikTok shop stuff. It is insane. Y'all, it is so easy to make money over there. Like, it is so easy. When I say my mind was blown with how easy it is to make money because they've conditioned us to be consumers on TikTok shop, it is nuts with how easy it is to make money with the TikTok shop. We're going to finish up, like these content trainings over the next couple of weeks, but I think I'm going to put a special boot camp session for all my clients that are in Instacoin with TikTok shop because it's nuts. Like the money is like crazy. Like you don't even have to show your face. You don't have to do any serious editing either. They're literally rewarding you based on frequency and alignment with you choosing products that fit with your vertical. I kind of I was kind of blown away. I was like, what is happening right now? So that's one of my new things that I've gotten into for 2026. At the end of 2025, I went and looked and I was like, dang, I made a lot of money from this and I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even trying. And I was like, I made a lot of money from this. So I was like, I'm going to be intentional. And so I've already like doubled my money during the month of January. And like one of the things I've been doing is posting. I try and get up first thing in the morning and post 3 to 5 pieces of content for a specific product that day. And I just post them all at once. Baby, okay. Now see that GMV max is great for people that do bottom of the funnel. Like it's crazy. But anyway, I don't want a squirrel. I don't want a squirrel. But when I say, I'm gonna tell y'all this, a lot of y'all that are like, you're trying to open a business and be a business owner in a traditional way. A lot of y'all would just do so much better going into like becoming an affiliate on TikTok Shop or LTK, if I'm being honest. Do I have a separate page for it? So I'm building a separate page right now, Alondria. I literally started a new account yesterday. Is if you look up $H-Lee, or you can go search at Money Mama 745. You'll see the new page. Shout out to everybody that followed me on my new page. Y'all know I give y'all an end of day report today with our little experiment. On that page, I'm tracking to see how long it takes me to get to 10,000 followers. And I'm not using, any paid ads, nothing like that over there, just straight up organic posting. So when I looked earlier today, we were at 300 followers on that page. So I'm like very, very excited. So yes, as soon as I hit the threshold, baby, I'm applying for TikTok Shop Creator over there. And so my goal right now is to post 6 to 10 times a day, just like, actual like branded content. and I'm still gonna keep posting that, but once I get into TikTok shop, I probably will be posting like 20 to 30 times a day on that page, just for like the money side from TikTok shop, but also I want to keep the connection with my audience, so I'll still be posting like the regular content. No coins for a heart meet on this page. Be right back on my main. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Hey Chef. Hey Chef. Um, Thank you, Lex. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heart meet. All right, so everybody give me hey, God, hey. So we can go ahead and get into it tonight. And again, I apologize for getting on later. I really thought I was going to be on this afternoon, y'all, but I didn't have any power. I had no power, but I got the power. Okay, I got the juice. We got the power on the iPad. I got the lights on now, so I can do what I need to do. Okay, it snowed last night. What was that about? Shout out to all you people that live in the north and y'all like snow is an everyday part of your winter life. I'm not for it. Okay, I'm not for it. I don't like it. Mm-mm-mm. Like it's fun to look at if I go on vacation to like Colorado or something, or I go to like New Hampshire, New York, and I'm like, oh, look at the snow. This is so nice. It's so beautiful. But we get like snow and ice down here in the South, and the ice is not what's up, y'all. Okay. And then the sun comes out, it melts the snow, it gets 13 degrees again at night, and then it all freezes. Anyway. You say you're in Philly and you still don't like the snow and winter. Baby, I don't know how y'all deal with it as a part of your everyday lives. Oh child, it's something else, okay? But I think I feel that way like about the snow. I think that's the equivalent of when y'all come down here in the summertime and how hot it gets and how humid it is, and everybody is like, what is going on? They're like, how is this happening? How are y'all living in this humidity? And it's just normal for all of us, okay? Anyway, did y'all give me housekeepings? I know I asked for the hey guy, hey. Did we get a housekeeping so we can go through housekeeping? Did we? If we didn't, just humor me and give it to me again. So we can go through our announcements, govern ourselves accordingly, and then I can teach y'all how to find viral hooks and how to copy it and use it to be able to make money. Thank you for the housekeepings. I appreciate that very much. Housekeeping number one, if you do not know, you have about 24 hours to register for the 3-day content camp at the early bird pricing. Okay. Why would you pay full price when you can get in for next to nothing? All right. Inside of this 3-day content camp, what you guys are going to be getting is a marketing model for quarter 1 and quarter 2, because I know most of you guys don't have marketing models. Okay. This boot camp is for you if you are tired of posting, or you don't inconsistently, or you don't know what to post, you're unsure what to say. If you're creating content that is not getting conversions, aka you've been sitting at the same follower count for a year, 2 years, 6 months, you feel like your account will not grow, if you're not getting opportunities, brand deals, and if you're not selling your own products and services. Okay, this is hands-on. This is an actual workshop, so that means you're going to leave with something. Okay, this is beginner friendly. This is for you if you need some structure. This is for you if you are, if you need a plan. This is for you if you don't know how to really edit, you don't know what angles to take, you don't know how to create a brand aesthetic. Okay, this is for you. We're going to help you build some confidence. You're going to get some clarity. We're going to develop a system so you can repeat it over and over and over and over again, so you don't have to stress about what you need to post. And we're going to align your content with your lifestyle and with your business goals. All right, that's what we're going to be doing inside of the camp. This is a 3-day camp. You'll spend at least 4 days with me that Friday. I'm not 4 days, 4 hours with me that Friday, 4 hours with me that Saturday, 4 hours with me that Sunday. Okay. Day 1, we're going to go through how to create a recognizable brand look. And y'all are, that's going to be it. That's going to be your brand look. That's going to be your aesthetic, at least for the next 6 months. We're going to go through visually appealing like content, angles, shots, and frames. We are going to also do, like I said, your Q1 and Q2 marketing models. So we have those. Okay. You guys are also going to, day 2, we're going to go through like info videos and how to couple those with storytelling. So it helps increase your reach and help you make money. We're going to understand cash generating content, because that's a bit different than content that grows your page and your followers. And of course, you're going to learn how to do that too. I'm going to show you guys how to be able to post content that people still feel that they can relate to, and that's going to get you results without you having to show your face if you don't want to be face to camera. And there's a multitude reasons of why people don't want to do that. Then day 3, we're going to go into like our bulk content or our filler content creation. So that's there. We're going to create your first series, because a lot of you guys know that series leads to helping you make money. And then we're going to kind of fine tune your Q1 and your Q2. And then we're going to turn your content into a growth system. Okay. So if you don't know how to do any of that, you need help with all of that, register for the virtual content camp. Okay. This is a 3-day camp. It is February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. And there's a Q&A at the end of every day, and it is a workshop. So I'm expecting you to work and to show me your work. All right. Now, if you decide you want to be VIP, that's going to come with me creating a custom lunch plan for you with also a strategy. You're also going to get your social media audit. I'm going to help you put together your pillars, because most of y'all don't have that. Y'all know that's like your dominant niche with your sub niches. Okay. We're going to go through offer ideas. I'm going to help you guys a little bit with your sales strategy too, because a few of you guys are going to need some scripts that you can just sit down and say, and you can either pin it to the top or turn it into an ad. So that way you're able to move your offers. We're going to do your target audience identification. And of course, you'll come to the 3-day camp, and you will get replays of all of the days. Okay. And if you're going to be a VIP, if you could try and sign up for that, like in the near future, like today, tomorrow, or Sunday, that would be helpful, because it takes me about 2 weeks to put together a strategy. And you and I are going to have a phone call, and I'm also going to have to audit and assess your account before I can even put together your strategy. And in an ideal world, I would like for you to have your lunch strategy before we get to the boot camp. So that way, when you're creating content that correlates with your lunch strategy. See what I'm saying? It'll keep you from doing extra work. Okay. That's in an ideal world. But you do what you want to do. It's your world. But if you're interested in that, tap in when you go to my there's a link, and you'll see a button, and it'll say 3-day content camp, and you can go see all of the details, and you can come and sign up. And if for some reason, you cannot afford to come to the content camp, at the very least today, get Hooks Mastery. That's the 3rd purple button that's in the tree. And you can, at least get you some help with that. Okay. But on the cool, like 90% of y'all in here need to just go and come to the camp. Okay. So you can get what you need and get out here and get these coins. All right. Everybody give me ready. I can't snap. Oh, my ring. Give me ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. Okay. Baby, the rock is too big on the ring. Isn't it beautiful? This is my mama's ring, y'all. So yeah, this is hers. This is my mommy's ring. But anyway, the ice, okay, the rock is too big. It was impeding my snaps. She had cute little dainty hands. Okay, I got big old bear paw hands. Ready. And if you're in here, if I help you make some money, drop the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your shanana. Okay, now. Things that, hey, Dr. Naditi, what's going on, girl? Happy New Year. Things that you need to understand that are important. Hook stacking, okay? There's always 3 components of a hook: the verbal, the visual, the written. You need to be trying to do all 3 at once. We did cover this yesterday and how we get those done. Does anybody remember the 5 components I'm sorry, the 4 components of a script that I gave to you all, because you have to be able to understand this if we're going to create content that's going to grow your page, and if we're going to create content that's going to get you brand deals and help make you sales, whatever it is that you want to do. And by remember, I don't have time for y'all typing. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. One, you have your hook. Then number 2, you're going to have your objection, agitation, or desire point. Okay. And we want to couple that in with some relatability and validation. 3, you're going to have your actual message. 4, you have your call to action. 5, you have your close. And then remember, the last 3 of those don't have to be in a specific order. It depends on what your analytics are telling you. Y'all know how when you go check your analytics, thank you so much, Just Lexi. You know, when you go check your analytics, you have those little graphs in there, and it shows you like when people are kind of like dropping off with your viewership. The different graphs will let you know how you need to rearrange those last 3 portions of the script structure. And so, of course, all of you guys that are coming to the camp, you know, it's going to be ingrained in your brain. You're going to be like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Okay. The numbers don't lie. The analytics never lie. They will always, okay, when I say always tell you what to do, what to correct, they're always going to tell you what to correct, okay? Also, next thing I want you guys to keep in your mind, everybody say prosperity in the chat. Put prosperity in the chat. It is prosperity over popularity. A lot of y'all are obsessed with going viral, and I'm telling you this right now. There are lots of people that go viral and they're still broke. Okay, they're going viral. They're not making any money, especially now since they have cut down the RPMs to almost nothing inside of the creator fund, right? Y'all are seeing a lot of creators come out and they're complaining. They're talking about how they used to make $5,000, $6,000 a month from the app. And then the RPMs change. And now, you know, they're lucky if they get $100 or $200 this month because of the shift in the RPMs. Also, there's a phenomenon sometimes that people go, that's your rate per views. So on all of the social media apps, when we look in the back end, once we've been monetized for our content, it will tell us how much we're getting paid for every 1,000 views that we get. Okay. And then you have like qualified views. So since TikTok is under new ownership, someone has the view for at least 30 seconds now in order for it to be considered a qualified view, which is crazy. Right? It's crazy. Now, I came from the long form content world because I'm a live streamer. So it's very easy for me to be able to kick out that type of content and to be able to get that higher retention time. Okay. But for a lot of people, that's a struggle, right? So now, before it was like if people were watching 3 to 5 seconds, it would be a qualified view, right? So to say, you know, for people to go from 3 to 5 seconds to someone has to watch at least 30 seconds of your video in order for it to count for a qualified view. And then let's say your RPM maybe used to be like $2.73, or used to be 76 cents or 97 cents. And now it's all the way down to like a nickel, or it's all the way down to a penny. Baby, you ain't making no money. Okay. Blink, blink, blink. So like, and all of them do this: Threads, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like everybody has an RPM in the back end. You said it's disrespectful. It is disrespectful, but I've been telling y'all forever, you know, you never put all of your eggs in one basket. The money that you get from your views should be looked at as additional money. It's extra money. That's your FU money. That's money that we can get. Hey, what's going on, girl? That's money that we can get if we're like, oh, you know, I want to have it for investments, or, you know, I'm going to use it for a vacation fund or something. That's what that's for. You do not, or if you want to stack it up and you say, okay, now I'm going to go buy a home in cash, or I'm going to go get some land. That's what you do with your content creation money. Your base money should always come. And I don't care. Some of y'all want to argue with me. I don't care. But I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm and a lot of your favorites fave, they'll tell you, oh, we respect Ashley Ann. We love Ashley Ann. Ashley Ann helped put us on. Ashley Ann fixed our business, fixed our funnels, fixed our structure, all this stuff. I'm the woman behind the curtain. Hey, DJ Medi already. Happy birthday, my friend. I saw your post. I saw it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. But literally, I am telling you this. you better have some type of offer in these internet streets to make money. Whether you're doing it through the affiliate shop and you're making money from your commissions, or you have your own offer, your own products, services, books, consulting, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? That's where your primary money comes from. All this other stuff that I get paid from the creator fund, that's icing on the cake, right? So like for on Threads, they pay me $5,000 a month just to post my ideas and my thoughts. But at any time they could say, oh, we're not going to pay the creators anymore. Now, wouldn't it be awful if I like was counting that as my part of my primary income, and I'm like, oh, I can pay my mortgage or I can pay my rent with the money that I make from Threads. I can, but I don't count it in that. Okay, that's extra money. Please, if you don't listen to anything that I'm saying today, your money that comes from the creator funds, as far as like your views, that is extra money. So our goal is not necessarily to go viral. Our goal is to be consistent, right? So you want a consistent increase in your views, something that's kind of like stationary. And we also want to be consistently making sales every day, whether that's you offering your own stuff or whether that's you because you're a part of like the TikTok shop, okay, or LTK. Does that make sense? I hope if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. You can put some little crowns in the chat, some little dollar signs or something. Let me know you picking up what I'm putting down. It is very important for you to have this mentality. I'm basically like a dinosaur in the social media streets. I have been around for a long time. I've been making millions of dollars online for over a decade. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. My brand deals are additional money for me. I don't count them in my base pay. So whenever I add in all these other things, yeah, I clear $7-8 million from my social media, but I never put that inside of my base pay because that could all change at any given time. The app could move in a different direction and say, oh, we want to push this type of creator now. The app could say, oh, we're going to change the algorithm and we want to give smaller creators a chance to rise. Okay. Hey, Tamar, what's going on, my love? They could turn around and do anything. So you always need to have your base, and this is where your systems come in place. And people don't think about their content as being a part of a monetization system, but it is. Okay, so we want our content to be intentional, and we want it to be consistent, and we want it to be steady. Okay, because we're in the process of trying to build a community through our social media. Okay, everybody put community in the chat. Put community in the chat. Hey, Peaceful, what's going on, my love? Hey. Hey, Lysandra, what's going on, baby doll? Hey, girl, hey, how you doing today? Happy Friday evening. I hope this is making sense. And I know these are things that people don't want to hear, but it's just the truth. I'm just trying to tell you, I've seen a lot of people come in and go out. It's like this many of us that just out here, maintaining, and we've been able to be around, and you're like, yep, that's them. They've been consistent. I've been seeing them online for this long. They've scaled to XYZ element of P. You message me? Where'd you message me at, babe? Where'd you message me at? Tell me where you messaged me at so I know where to go check. And I might have to go check like the hidden folder or the request folder, because sometimes when y'all message me, sometimes it sends it there. Oh, so that number right there, that's my text club number. We send out, but they don't go. We send messages out, but messages don't come in. So either hit my customer support or you can hit the DMs if there's something you want to ask or you want to talk to me about. Thank you for sending the message, though. I appreciate it greatly. Okay. All right. So everybody understand there's 5 pieces of your content structure if we're trying to be intentional and make money with our pages. Okay. You got your hook. And remember, you're doing all 3 hooks. We're stacking the hooks. Okay. You got your hook. You got your objection, agitation, or desire. You have your relatability or validation point. Then you have the actual message, and then you have your call to action with a close. Okay, that's how they all work. And remember, the only 2 that are guaranteed to stay in the place is always going to be the hook and the like objection, agitation, or desire point. The back end, depending on what your analytics say, are going to determine what order you need to put in the call to action and the messaging. Okay. And a lot of people think like the structure always has to be the same. No, it always is going to have those components, but your analytics may tell you that you need to move your call to action up first. Your analytics may tell you that you need to have like a rehook, maybe like 30 seconds in. Okay. Your analytics may tell you that, we need to do a call to action and then the messaging, right? And then turn around, with a ask for a comment. Y'all remember we talked about asking for comments yesterday? Just, even if you don't remember, just say yes, okay? Because y'all gonna stress me out. Y'all got me out here working like this for free, and you're not even remembering what we're talking about. I'm gonna be stressed out. Don't stress me out. Hey, Nikki. Simply said I'm new. By the way, if you're new, give me a follow. Simply said, I'm new here, sis. She said, wait a minute. She said, wait a minute. I just got here. She said, I just got here. Okay. Y'all don't forget, if you're trying to register for the content creator camp that is being held February 27th through March 1st, please make sure that you go to my tap in at that link. You'll see a purple button in the top. You'll see all the details. You'll see all the details in my bio. That was funny. She said, wait a minute. Hey, Culture Closet. She said, I'm new, baby. Stop playing games with me. All right. Okay. So yesterday, after I gave you guys the script parts and after we went through the hooks, I told you guys some ways to ask for the comments. Does anybody remember why I told you need to ask for comments? You said it was after the hook. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Essence, you coming to the content camp, girl? You better be coming to the content camp or the sales camp. Okay, layered hook. Your reason to stay, aka that's the objection, the agitation, or the desire. Okay, that's the reason to stay. Your message, your CTA, your close. That's how that works. For engagement, yes. Why though? For engagement, we want people to drop comments for engagement, but there's a very specific reason why. Anybody remember? If y'all don't remember, say no. If you remember, say yes. No, if you remember, tell me. Don't say yes. If you don't remember, say no. If you remember, tell me in the chat. Do 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 do. Emerge said, I'm new too. I clearly been missing out. You have Emerge. Everybody that's new, y'all, when you go to my BIO, you will see, if you scroll down under the free 99, you'll see where you can join my Royal Court. You can sign up for emails there. Normally, I will send out an alert to tell you guys I'm going live. Also, I send marketing plans. I send different tips in there. If there are updates about the algorithm you need to know about, I send all that stuff. You just got to open up the emails. And some of y'all may have to search your junk or your spam because your email autoresponder will put us inside of the promo tab, and just be like, no, put them in the inbox. Okay. Be like, put her in the inbox. I want this information. Okay. You said people clearly double duty. Listen, why you doing something else? Clearly, okay? So listen, the reason why we want the comments, the way the algorithm specifically for Instagram and TikTok, they have been like, their focus is on comments this year. Now they could change this by mid-June. Okay, they're notorious for starting one thing and shifting it to something else. But right now they're looking at comments. They feel like this is a way to combat AI. They also are looking for authentic engagement, and they want to try and boost creators that are building communities. And they feel like if you're good at creating conversation, that you're probably creating a community. So the more comments you have, it weighs much greater than a like. Of course, we all want the double tap, but you want the comments. So some ways that I asked you guys, that I told you guys that you could ask for a comment, because you can't just be like, oh, you guys drop me a comment below. No, we ask for the comment. We ask for participation to get people to chit chat with us. So we can always ask people their thoughts. We can ask questions. We can ask them how they feel. We can say, hey, share your number one piece of advice or your tip concerning this. Did anybody try this? Drop your pictures in the chat. You may hear me say something like, I'll be happy to look at your account and give you some direction. Just drop the words help me in the chat. Drop a keyword below. Hey, Elle, what's going on, gorgeous girl? Okay. We may say help me decide, right? And you'll have some options. Which one would you wear? Which one would you do? Which one of these 3 steps do you feel is going to be the easiest for you to implement? Let me know below. Okay. So when we say ask for a comment, you're not just saying like, hey, drop a comment, on anything. You're actually like asking a question. You're asking for conversation. You're asking for participation. You're asking for a keyword. And that's one of the easiest ways to be able to get your comments up. So that way you can increase your reach. Okay. Blink, blink, blink. Now, let's talk about how we find some hooks. Okay, I'm not going through everything I went through yesterday with creating a hook. Now, today, we're going to talk about basically finding viral hooks and reverse engineering them so that they create a structure that you're able to repeat and basically tap into it until it doesn't work anymore. Okay. And the really cool thing about like viral hooks that we can figure out how to turn into some type of script structure, they can be used in any industry. You just make it make sense for whatever it is that you do. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If you picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. Let me know. Okay. Let me know if you picking up what I'm putting down. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And we're gonna go through the steps, okay? What I put, hold on, which page of my notes did I put it on? Okay. Bam. To make sure I'm ready for you guys. And by the way, if this is helpful to you, make sure you go to my bio and look at the 3rd purple button. You'll see it says Hooks Mastery. That is an ebook, and it has over 200 hooks in there that are ready for you to use right now. You have my permission to copy them, okay, and insert your things. And they also give you hook formulas inside of Hooks Mastery, so you can be a master at writing your own hooks, because we all know the first 3 seconds of the video is when you catch someone's attention. And if you can't catch someone's attention, you're never gonna be able to have an opportunity to convert them into a follower or a buyer. Okay, blink, blink, blink. Thank you guys. Hey, Veve, what's going on? By the way, if you haven't sent me a gift, which only one person has, which that's fine, on my little 2026s, then you should be sending me a comment. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Okay, you should be sending me a comment, baby. Pay what you weigh. I'm out here giving you all this good information for the free 99. You don't even have to pay for it right now. So the least you can do is help your girl get on the FYP page. Okay. I do enjoy comments. I enjoy shares. Okay. I enjoy intentional shares. You know what I mean? If you share this with like a biz bestie, with somebody that you know that's out here trying to get this money, okay, they want additional revenue stream in 2026. That's who we like. That's who we like to bring in here. We like side hustlers. We like content creators. We like entrepreneurs. We like small business owners. That's who we like out here in these streets. Okay. So I would appreciate it if you could think of someone that fits that description and go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and tell them to come over here and get this money on. Okay. So I know this is going to sound weird to some of you guys because it's common sense or you're more familiar with the applications, but some of y'all do not know how to do this. So let's talk about how we even find a viral hook. Okay. Because, yep. Okay, so let's talk about Emerge. Thank you very much. Okay, so when we get into a viral hook, this is going to be counterintuitive for some of you guys, and for some of the rest of y'all, it's going to make sense. We are not looking at someone who's already really, really popular. Because if they're already really, really popular, they already have a built-in base, okay? They have a bunch of people that are checking for them, which means these people are always going to comment, they're always going to like, they're always going to save or share. So they kind of have like a baked in workaround the algorithm, right? And so by default, like 9 times out of 10, they're always going to be going viral. Blink, blink, blink. And don't get me wrong, this is not disrespect to them. They put in the work for years to build up these platforms, to build up these audiences. But you know what I'm saying? There are some people are just interested in them. They just want to know what they're doing. And everything they post is automatically going to have like 20,000 likes, 30,000 likes. Everything they post is automatically going to have 100,000 views, 200,000 views, stuff like that. Okay. And I know people will define virality as a number, the second qualification. In order for it to be viral, it needs to have 5 times the views as their followers. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. 5 times the views as they have followers. So that means if they have 1,000 followers and you look at this piece of content and it got 5,000 or 10,000 views, then that is viral for that account. And in my opinion, we need to study what they're saying or what they're doing. Okay. They have extensive reach compared to the amount of followers they have. Okay. So if you go to somebody's account and that person has, you know, 200,000 followers and they put up a video and this video has um 2.2 or 3.2 million views, it's that's viral for them. Okay. That you go to account has 1.5 million views, that's viral for them. But if they have 200,000 followers and it got 40,000 views, let me be clear, that's still an amazing amount, okay, of views. But technically that's a good performing piece of content that would not be viral for that account. Does that make sense to everybody? You just done that today. Congratulations. Does that make sense? So, because we need to make sure when we're trying to create some type of hook structure for ourselves that can be repeatable and that's going to help us pick up and get more views consistently and pick up more followers, that we're actually studying the right type of information. Hey, Marshall, what's going on, gorgeous? Happy New Year. So good to see you. Girl, I need to DM you. I need to call you. I haven't talked to you in forever. How are you doing? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Marshall and I go way back. All right. But does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. If you're confused, pipe up and ask right now. Okay. Because if you say that you got it and you don't got it, then you're going to be confused with the rest of the steps whenever we're trying to find who we're going to study and what we're going to use as a framework. Okay. Blinkety blink blink blink. Everybody look like they got it. I see anybody say they don't got it. So we gonna move on. Side note, I know there's quite a few of you here that were like, you're new tonight. This is not a place where people are going to make fun of you if you don't know something. I literally do these trainings because I know that the majority of people with a dream, a vision, a business, a side hustle, content creators have no idea about sustainability. You have an idea, you have a goal, you don't know what you don't know. A lot of y'all have gotten misinformation. So literally, there's no dumb question here. So if there's something and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl, okay? Do not be ashamed. I promise you, somebody else has the question. No one's gonna make fun of you here, okay? If you're like, you're speaking, I know what you're saying, is important, but you're struggling, with like processing it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hey, babes, no big deal, okay? Pipe up, okay? Pipe up. We're gonna make sure that you get what you need to get, all right? All right. Just don't make the fatal mistake of telling me how I need to run my stream, okay? And then you're gonna see the other side of me. Blink, blink, blink. And you might not like it. Everybody else is gonna like it though. I just know I'm not one of those content creators that flies above. That's not what I do. Okay, don't come here for that, baby. That's not what we do over here. Okay. Uh, all right. So now that we've established our base metrics, we're not going to someone who's really, really popular. So, like for instance, Gary V. Okay, he's very popular. He would be considered an industry leader. You're not going to go to Gary Vee and try and study his hook structure or his format, because a good portion of his success is coming from the fact that he has a built-in audience. Does that make sense? And that's not a dig or a diss to him. That's a kudos to him. That man put in a lot of work. He puts in a lot of work, okay? And he's always like on a carpet, on a podcast, on a stage, in a live stream, do it like, you know what I'm saying? This is like a constant thing. He puts in a lot of work, okay? But when you have a baked in audience, which is what I want all of you guys to be able to build up your community, they're going to support you. So you're naturally going to have a leg up. I can use myself as an example. I have over 1 million followers on the gram. And I put up very, very long videos. I do like news reports or news updates over there. Y'all, some of my videos are like 9 minutes and 56 seconds. It is unheard of for me to have the shares and the retention rate that I have for videos that long on Instagram. Whenever the people on the Instagram team call me and they talk to me, they're like, what are you doing? They're like, how are you getting people to pay attention to your videos for this long, right? But my advantage is that I already have a community over there. Oh, thank you, Erin. Hey, baby doll. I already have a community over there. Yeah, and in business, I would. For when it comes into business and social media monetization, a lot of people would put me in the community leader category because I've been in a bunch of publications. I speak at a bunch of colleges, conferences, universities, a bunch of women's stuff, right? All of that kind of stuff. It's about your reach and your engagement, but we're going for base level metrics right now. And so I'm explaining to people that when we're looking for someone that's viral, because we want to look at their hooks and see if we can convert it into a framework that we can use for our niche or our industry, just not to fall into the trap of going to like an industry leader or somebody that's already really large in their particular niche or that particular area, because their 2 million, 10 million views is sometimes going to be an automatic because they already have so much engagement from their community. There are people that even if I don't show up in their timeline on the gram, they're going to come and look for me. They're literally going to come to my page and they're going to look. So you see what I'm saying? So I have like an advantage in that way. It's not necessarily like when I'm doing my news updates and stuff, I'm not even thinking about a hook. I'm just like, this is the news and I put it out there. If I'm doing, I don't know, like a piece of content and I want to talk to people about like their analytics or things they can do to like build more followers or something like that. If I'm not looking to like reach new people, I'm not thinking about a hook. I just put it out there. You understand? Because I already have a community. But when I'm trying to reach new people, I absolutely do think about a hook. I think about how I'm starting. I think about what I'm saying. If I'm going to do a voiceover, like what's Mika Tags, thank you for all my 2026s. I'm thinking about all of that because I'm trying to reach new people. I'm trying to build a bridge. I'm trying to build up a new audience. Okay. Now, remember the next rule. They need to have, in order for it to be considered viral for this particular use, for this utilization, they need to have at least 5 times the views as their followers. So if you go to an account and their account has 100,000 followers and they have a video that has 600,000 views, then we would consider that like, hey, they know something. They're getting some reach, right? Now, the next parameter that I normally like to look for, which is it next gen? I'm trying to make sure. Next gen insight. The next gen insight brought up was he was talking about your engagement as far as like your comments, okay, and the likes. So typically, I'm looking for like about 7 to 10% on the likes. And I know a lot of people are like, what? The reason I'm looking for 7 to 10% on the likes is because typically if someone is sharing, if they save or if they comment, they're probably not going to like. And think about yourself when you're scrolling. If you drop a comment, sometimes you forget to double tap, right? If you save something or if you think it's funny or you think it's interesting and you send it to your friend in the DM, you'll forget to double tap or you may not drop a comment, right? It's very seldom that you have an individual that's going to do everything on one post. It's very seldom that you have someone that's going to like the post, they're going to comment on the post, they're going to save the post, and they're going to send it in the DM, or they're going to copy the link and text it to somebody. Think about yourself when you're scrolling and when you're engaging and there's something that you like or you feel the need to like interact with it. Are you doing all of that? You're probably going to do one, maybe two. You're going to do one, maybe two that you may double tap and drop a comment, right? You may save it and double tap it and say, I'm going to come back for later, okay? If you're trying to send it to a friend or family member or something because you're entertained or you think it's interesting or it's relevant to like something y'all have been talking about, you just gonna send it and you're going to keep on swiping. Right? Not that you didn't watch it, not that you didn't like it. So don't think like, oh, this video got 100,000 views, but it only has 10,000 likes, that something is off. No, nothing's really off. You just got to think about human nature. And sometimes people won't engage at all, but they'll watch the whole video. And if that person like me is like, oh, go to my bio and sign up for the content creator camp that's coming up February 27th through March 1st. Well, if you went over there and you register for my content creator camp, I honestly would have I'd rather you have you register for the camp than for you to double tap my video. You see what I'm saying? So normally I'm looking for a 7 to 10% range compared to the views. That's normally what I'm looking for. Okay. Did I plan anything for Atlanta? For Atlanta, Indy, I'm working on it. I'm trying to lock down a venue. It's Valentine's Day, so that's the challenge. I probably would have needed to try and find something like way before now. And remember, they rescheduled the event to February 15th. So I'm looking, girl. Okay, I'm looking, honey. I'm looking. So if I can find a venue, a suitable venue in the next few days, then hopefully I'll be able to say, yeah, we're going to have this in Atlanta that's just for the Kingdom members, and we can do a little Thug Thizzle. So, girl, keep your fingers crossed. Venue, okay? Venue is what is our hold up. People try and be romanticized and carried on Valentine's Day. And you have all the Galentine's events on Valentine's Day, too. So, okay. You said to share me only. Thank you. The Epicenter. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay. Next thing next. Okay. Now that we know how many comments we're looking for, how many likes we're looking for, when it comes to the comments, we're looking for when it comes to our comments, we're actually looking for literally only about 3% of the likes. Okay. That's it. That's it. A lot of times, if it has like 1.5%, I'm good with that. Why? Because if I see a bunch of saves, if I see a bunch of shares or whatever for something, then I already know people were saving, they were sharing, they were watching to the end. I'm over here looking at a post that has 1,200 comments underneath it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's good. Okay, it's good. And I'm normally only looking for 2 of the 3 parameters. It doesn't even have to hit all 3 of the check marks for me. Okay. Now, if I see something and it has a crazy amount of views and it doesn't have that many likes, like let's say it's a post and the post has 100,000 views, and then I go look at the likes and it only has 300 likes, and it has 15 comments under it. It didn't pass 2 of the 3. You see what I'm saying? It had the views, but it didn't have the comments or the likes. It doesn't have a lot of saves, doesn't have a lot of shares. So that's probably not framework that I necessarily want to use to be able to get my, to be able to catch or get my point across. Does that make sense to everybody? So those are, how big do I need? Sabrina, I'm thinking about doing a small event. I want something really intimate. So it really only has to be big enough maybe for 20 people. Something cute, something that I can get in there and decorate, make it really ooh la la. We can get in there, get some good information, cute little dinner or whatever. A good time, get you some good education, get you some good connection, get you some good money. But yeah. Okay, but does that make sense to everybody? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now that we've established that this video is actually in the viral category, it didn't come from somebody that's an industry leader or, you know, an influencer that already has a huge community that just loves the, you know, that just loves their dirty, stanky draws. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. That's what you want. That's what you're working to build up to. Okay. But we're looking for something that we actually can copy and have success with. Okay. Now we got that part done. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start looking for these videos. Okay. So first thing first, you want to go, hey, Glorious Locks, you want to get into your industry, okay, your personal industry. And we're going to go see if we can find anything that's in our niche. And so you literally can go to the gram, you can go to TikTok, and you can type it in. TikTok has like a trending area actually, and you can see what's trending on the app, which is very, very handy. If you're signed up for a creator account and you have the monetization on Instagram, they have like a collabs and an inspiration section that's in the back end when you go to your professional dashboard, and you can see what's putting up numbers inside of the app too. Okay, just FYI. A lot of people don't know that those are there. But let's say you're just getting started, you have a brand new account. Hey, Pariah, thank you for the heart, me love. Let's say you're just getting started, you have a brand new account. You know, you're not in anybody's programs or anything like that. You're gonna be like, Ashley Ann, how do I find this? So Creator Search Insights Next Gen, no, like I use Creator Search Insights more for like content gap, as far as like inspiration, as far as like what you can post about. But that's very different than getting the framework, because they'll put a bunch of videos when you go inside of Creator Search Insights about that topic, but those videos don't necessarily hit the virality parameters, right? But if we, Tamiko, Pariah, Glorious Locks, Mika Finance, thank you guys so much for knocking out the live goal. I appreciate you guys very much, right? But does that make sense? Because remember, we're doing framework for a hook. We're not looking for content ideas. We already have our content ideas. We went through all of that yesterday. We already know what our message is. We already know who the target audience is. We're looking for the framework to be able to hook them in. We're trying to catch their attention. It's attention, interest, action on social media. And the action can be them following you. It could be them leaving a comment, or it could be a purchase. Okay. Thank you, baby. It's been a long time since I did a set on myself. I did these the other day. They're very busy, they're very bright, okay, and they're very Valentine's-y. They're very kitschy. I was like, I want some kitschy nails. I want something fun and exciting. So, and I was like, I'm going to have to do it myself. So I did. but does that make sense? That's like, do y'all understand what I'm saying? So like, we're not looking for ideas at this point. Yeah, baby, I did the designs, I did the nail, the whole thing. Yes. I do my own nails. But does that make sense? That is a different thing. Creator Search Insights is good for your content gap, to be able to put out there and reach new people. Creator Search Insights is good for like some of the hashtags, or to help you with the SEO for your content topics, but that is not really good for like your hooks. And we're looking for viral hooks that we can turn around and turn them into hook scripts, right? Because we can break them down and turn them into framework. Okay, so next thing is we're gonna look for trends. So you're gonna go into, let's pretend like you don't have access to anything on the back end. So in the front, you're going to go and search. Okay, so literally, like I said, on TikTok, anybody can go to the trending videos. Anybody, you can like go and see what's trending in your country. You can go see what's trending. You can filter by region. You can filter by time frame. I really like to use time frame. Excuse me, I'm not looking for something that maybe has, is a video, because TikTok, it'll pull you a video from 3 years ago. Okay, I'm not looking for anything that, so I may put the filter like 30 days or 60 days. I may put like a week or two or something like that on the filter. At this point, I don't care about the topic. I don't care about the niche. Okay. I'm just looking to see, is it actually like viral? And because I'm trying to study it and see what I can learn from it so that I can break it down into a framework that I can turn around and repeat for my industry or my niche. Okay. And you're going to be doing a combination of this technique and the technique that I showed y'all last night, as far as like creating your own hooks. Okay. And clearly, you guys are going to guess if we're trying to get reach, that's because we're trying to get followers. Okay. The technique I was talking to y'all yesterday is going to work more for your sales. All right. So now, if we're on the gram, baby, you're going to start going through the explore page. Okay. Now, there's some things we're going to be looking at. Okay. First of all, you're going to have your video on, and you ain't got to even watch it to entirety. Remember, it's the hook. So we're just paying attention really for the first 3 to 5 seconds. Okay. So you're going to listen to that video. Once you go through the parameters and say, hey, this meets 2 out of 3, it's got the views, it's 5 times, right? Well, first of all, it's 5 times, they got 5 times more views than they have followers. And then it has the appropriate amount of comments, or it has the appropriate amount of likes. Okay. It's past 2 of the 3. All right. It did what it's supposed to do. So now I'm finna watch this video, and I'm finna pause it at 5 seconds. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to pause it 5 seconds. What am I paying attention to? One, if you have a spreadsheet, you're literally going to type out exactly what they say word for word in the first 5 seconds. We're going word for word, bar for bar. Okay. I need to know, because I need to know how I can turn this into a formula that's going to work for me. Now, the next thing we're looking at, on top of like paying attention to what they're saying, I'm looking at the visuals. How did they come into the screen? Did they hit me with a bam, bam, like background change right off the bat? Did they come in from a wide shot to a close shot? Did they come in moving, what I'm saying, moving the frame? Did they sit down? Did they hop back? Did they come in? What's that little sticky? It's like a sticky primer that a lot of the girls are using in their skincare. It's not the snail mucin. It's another one. It's something else right now. And they put it on their face, and it like makes like webs. Have y'all seen that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because the first time I seen it, I absolutely did stop, because I was like, what is that? Like, I stopped for nothing more than I was like, what is that? And all of those girls that started with those videos last year, every single one of those videos has at least 2 million views, because when we all saw it, we were like, what is that? Hey, Star Study, thank you for the heart, me and my love. Okay, so we're paying attention to the visuals. Like, what is getting me to pay attention? Is it a lot of contrast? Did I stop because like it looks like a very distinct space, right? Sometimes, like, I'm not like, I already know, like, I know if I'm talking and I'm doing a far shot and people realize, like, if I'm doing a far shot in my formal living room and they see like my beautiful drapes, my conversational sofa, they realize that my ceilings in my house are like 20 feet tall. A lot of people will stop. They'll be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, Sparkly DM. But they wanted to stop because they were like, well, I wanted to know what you were talking about because your space is beautiful. Okay. There's a multitude reasons why you can get somebody to stop. There's also another one, which I'm going to teach y'all inside of the content creator camp. Side note, if any of this information is helping you, you definitely need to come to the content creator camp. Okay. It's going to be worth your time. Anyway, go click the link in my bio, first button. You'll see it say 3-day content camp. Okay. And you can register. You can see all the details, but there's a hidden reach. And like, that's normally where you have something as the focus in the frame and you reach and pull something from behind it. And people will go back and they'll watch because they're like, what is that? And what are they finna do with it? Okay. Hey, Sparkly DM. Thank you for my 2026s. Miko, thank you for my 2026s. But does that make sense? So you're watching these videos. We just study in the first 5 seconds. What are they saying? What do I see? What are they saying? What do I see? And we're taking notes, okay? We're taking notes. Then what I like to do is I like to go to that person's account. because I just found a video random searching. I go to their account and I want to see, do they have more videos that are tracking really, really good numbers? And oftentimes they will, and it won't be every video. They may have like 15, 20 videos that have normal numbers, and then there'll be another runaway video. Star Studded, thank you for my level up sparkle cake. Thank you, baby doll. Right? Sparkly DM. Thank you for my 2026s. LA Williams. Thank you for my 2026s. But does that make sense, y'all? If I'm scrolling, it may be another 20, 30 posts, and then I'll see another runaway post from them. Guess what I'm doing on these runaway posts? Honey, I'm locked in. I may watch the first 5 seconds of that person's video like 20 times. I'm not even lying to y'all. Because I need to know, what are you doing? What is your tone? What's in the visual? What's the movement? What are you saying? Was it a trending sound? Do you have something written across? Is there a specific font you're using? And normally what I will do is from that, hey, thank y'all for helping me hit my live goal. Woo woo. Thank y'all very much. All right. But there's going to be like some type of pattern. I promise. I promise. And so this is how I learned. I love you back. This is how I learned about the emotional connection stuff that I was telling y'all and how I know it works. This is how I learned about the relatability points that I was sharing with y'all. And I know that it works. Like literally, I've looked at thousands of videos and I'm like, okay, this is a commonality in every single one of these videos. This is how I know that the frame changes or the scene changes work. The angle changes. This is how I know they work. And this is how I know they need to be every 2 to 4 seconds if you want to increase your retention time, right? So now we're like, okay, we got something, right? So I'm looking and I'm like, is it the color? Is it a hop? Is it a set? Is it the sound? Is it the voice inflection? You know, right? Did they do something funny? And I'm writing them down. And so now I'm able to start establishing some type of framework. And I don't have to go through the whole video. I'm just looking for the first 5 seconds. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is getting people hooked in. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense to everybody? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. Then after we have looked at the visuals, we've looked at the audio, we've looked at the sound. What I like to do, I've looked at the written hook. I like to go and look at all the information and I start trying to see what patterns I can recognize. And I normally will come up with 3 or 4 groups for the content, right? And from there, now I'm going to build a formula. And it may say, did you know if you do this with, and this is going to be my X, and then add, and then another X is this. This is a real script that goes viral all the time. I see it on the app and I see bunches of different industries use it. Or have y'all seen people that they sell like supplements, or they sell like personal care products, or they sell like food, or they'll sell like a spice or something. And they'll start off a video, and normally there's a visual and the verbal, right? They'll say, do you know if you add this? And they'll be pouring something into a cup, and they'll say, it'll help your hair grow. And then, do you know if you have 200 milligrams of this? And they'll pour something else, or they'll throw something in. They'll be like, it's going to help your hair be stronger so you retain more length. And do you know if you add this, it's going to help soothe your itchy scalp. And if you add some of this, it'll do such and such and such and such. And then they'll say, to get all of these supplements or to get all these ingredients, it will cost you $76.83 a month. Or you can grab this one and they'll show something and it's only $22 and it's a 60-day supply. I would much rather spend $22 than $150 on blank. Start paying attention. You're going to see a bunch of those videos like that, and they're going to be doing really, really well. Why? Because they're telling you a story and they're informing you, and they have the visual of these different things being poured into like cups or a jar or whatever it is. Okay? Does that make sense? That's where we start looking at framework. So now I know the framework for my clients, and I have clients that create like their own personal care products. And I'm like, hey, you need to use this. And they're using it and making crap loads of money. They literally they will have like they'll have like jars with different ingredients, or they have bags of different stuff that they're pulling out and putting in cups, and they're said you can do this and it does this, you can do this, it does this, you need this, it does this, and did you know if you do this, it does that, and if you do this, it does that. And all of these supplements together, all of these ingredients together cost $278, or right, $278, and will take you over 8 hours a week to apply. Or you can use this one shampoo, and it's only $22 for the shampoo and conditioner set, and once a week get all of these benefits. You see what I'm saying? It's framework. Hey, lovely. Thank you for the heart me. Okay. So literally, okay, we're going through and we're trying to recognize patterns. Okay. We're trying to turn it into basically a fill in the blank. So this is why those of you that have purchased my Hooks Mastery, y'all are like, oh, I'm doing what you're saying. My videos are going viral. I'm getting more reach. I've picked up, 100, 200 extra followers this week. I'm doing better on my social than I ever have. They work so well. They work because I've been studying thousands of people. I know that they're going to work. I have been looking at people and I'm like, oh, this is what works. And we break it down into a formula. Okay. And that's what you have to do. And let me tell y'all this. This is something that people blink, blink, blink. Hey, boo, hey. This is something that people do not want to talk about, that they don't want to hear. It takes time. I know it's not popular. I know, y'all, I know that I would have like 5 times the clients if I would just get on here and lie to y'all and tell you like, oh, all you have to do is post this and these 3 hashtags and you're going to make buku's money, or you're going to get hundreds of thousands of followers. It doesn't work that way. Like, you have to research. You do. And if you don't want to research, then you come to like my content creator camp. Or if you can't afford the content creator camp, you go to my bio and you get Hooks Mastery, and you're like, boom, okay, she already did all the work, so let me just fill in the blank and take it. But either you got to put in the time or you got to pay for it. Figure out which one you want to do. I know that doesn't sound sexy, but I'm just telling you the truth. Either you got to pay for it so you can get the formulas, you can get the scripts, or you're going to you got to pay for it, or you got to take the time, okay, to be able to go through and do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 3 formulas that y'all can use like right now, and then we'll get into Q&A for the night, because I kind of feel like I'm looking at the comments are slowing up. That's normally when y'all are doing a bunch of writing, and normally when y'all start doing a lot of writing, y'all start getting kind of overwhelmed. Okay. y'all start getting a little overwhelmed in these streets. All right. Are y'all overwhelmed? If you're overwhelmed, it's okay. You can tell me. You say yes. Okay. You say, yes, I am. If you're overwhelmed, you say yes. You can say, yes, I am. Okay. And while y'all are letting me know if you're overwhelmed or not, what I do want to remind you is that if this content has been helpful for you today, again, you're going to love the content creation workshop. We will be together 3 days, February 27th through March 1st. And we are going to build out your marketing models for Q1 and Q2. We're going to create your first series. We're going to do your 30 days of content. We're going to do your bulk, or AKA your canned content. You're going to learn how to do faceless content. You're going to learn the bottom of the funnel content. You're going to learn how to do your content so you build your followers, and your content so you build your sales. And you're actually going to leave with content being done, because it's a workshop. Okay. This is not a lecture. Okay. This is you get stuff done. All right. So if you know you need that, okay, then go on, click the link in my bio and sign up for the workshop. All right. And early bird pricing ends tomorrow. So sign up today. Because if you DM me Sunday talking about, oh, can I still get the early bird pricing deal? I'm gonna send you a link to the increased pricing. Okay. Just go and sign up today so you don't forget. Okay. And if you can't afford it, they get Hooks Mastery. So at least you have some fill in the blank hooks you can use. All right. Now, I'm just going to give you guys 3. Please remember, inside of Hooks Mastery, I have like 200 hooks, and I have hook formulas inside of there. So basically you have endless hooks. All right. So the first one, which one I want to give you? Which one do I want to give you? I have so many written down. Okay. So first one is kind of like in a question format. If you want to fill in the blank, desired outcome. So if you want to, desired outcome, stop doing X and start doing Y. Okay. Next one that works really, really well. Okay. Number of signs. So your first blank, so it may be like 7 signs or 3 signs. There's a number of signs. Number of signs, you're a blank, and identity goes in the blank. So number of signs, you're a identity. So I may say 7 signs, you're a procrastinator. 3 signs, you're an empath. 4 signs, you're a baddie. Okay, it doesn't matter. People gonna listen. They're gonna be like, "What? You gonna tell me I'm an empath? You gonna tell me I'm a baddie? You gonna tell me I'm a procrastinator? You gonna tell me you still say you gonna tell me I'm desirable? Whatever it is." And these can be positives or negatives. It doesn't matter. We just need an identity. Okay. Yeah. All right. And the next one I want to share with you guys, and don't forget, y'all get Hooks Mastery. You get like 200 of them. If you're coming to the content creator camp, you get Hooks Mastery automatically because you need the hooks. Okay. Which one I want to do? Oh yeah, this is a really, really good one. Okay. You're doing fill in the blank is going to be coming thing. You're doing, and it has to be a common thing. Wrong. You're doing the common thing wrong. And here's the easy way to fix it. Or you can say, here's the easy way to get desired outcome. Okay. This works really, really well. Normally, when I'm doing that first one, I will immediately follow it up with my with my relatability point. And I will kind of do like a soft call to action in the front. So, for example, I may say, you're posting wrong. That's gonna be my first. You're posting wrong. If you want to start getting more followers overnight, here are 3 things you need to change immediately. And if you stay into the end, I'll tell you which one is the most important of the 3 things. You see what I'm saying? I gave you like, boom, I gave you a soft call to action in there. I, on the cool, ask you to watch the whole video. And I gave you a reason to watch the whole video because I'm going to give you 3 things and I'm going to tell you which one is the most important at the end. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? So I got a hook, okay? I got a reason for you to stay, okay? And I did a soft call to action in the top. But it was like it was very natural. It flowed very easily, okay? So remember I told y'all yesterday, like when you start trying to think about your hook so that your content gets more reach, initially it is going to take you a little bit longer to create content because you're going to have to put some thought into, okay, what's going to be the opening line for this script? And you may not have to script out the messaging, right? If I know my 3 things, I don't have to do a script because when it comes to business, sales, marketing, stuff like this, like I know this, okay? People have been shocked because I've gotten on stages and given full keynotes and full workshops without a PowerPoint presentation, just me and a marker and a whiteboard, okay? Baby, I can do this all day. I know how to do this in real life. I've been building businesses for over a decade, close to 15, 16 years. I got over 900 clients that have hit 6 figures. 191 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. I do this. So I don't need, a lot to go. But some of y'all, know what you're talking about, but this format is going to be new for you and you're uncomfortable. And if it is, it's okay to make a script. Okay. I know what I'm doing. And normally I do bullet points though, because I don't want to squirrel and start talking about a bunch of other stuff. So I may have my 3 points or my 4 points or my 2 things I want to hit. Okay. I got this. This is what I want to hit. And the more you do it, it's going to start. Teresa, thank you for the heart me, baby doll. Thank you. Massage Speak. Thank you for the heart me. Does that make sense? The more you do, it's just like anything. The more you do it, you're going to get in practice. It's going to get easier. It's going to be a lot faster for you. But I am telling you this, people that post kind of randomly, willy-nilly, and they're not putting time or effort into the content, their accounts do not grow as fast and they don't make as much money as the people that are putting the effort into the content. So yeah, it may take you longer to make that one piece of content. And so maybe, you know, back in the day, if you were just posting willy-nilly, you're like, yeah, I used to be able to put out 5 pieces of content. And now, you know, it takes me the same amount of time to do 2, but your 2 are getting you stronger results. And they're building a community, and you're creating a space where people actually want to come and search and look. Teresa, thank you for my 2026's, baby doll. Does that make sense though? You say you know what you're talking about, but you're new. Yeah, it's knowing what you're talking about and then trying to put it into like bite-sized pieces for content creation. So you can put it in a 90-second or 3-minute excerpt or 45 seconds or something like that. It's definitely a different mindset for sure, for sure. And so you definitely want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? You definitely want to make sure that when you're out here in these streets, you can keep some type of format for yourself so that you're able to get that piece of content out. And so what I normally encourage my clients to do when you guys are first starting the process of like writing hooks, because this is, you know, it's new, it's a different frequency you got to shift into it in your mind. Normally I'll have you kind of plan out your content like Monday through Friday. Not all of your content, but like your niche and your value-based content. I'm going to have you plan out what you want to talk about and what's the message, or what is it that we want people to take away from that piece of content. And then let's work on the hooks so that way your hooks are already pre-written, and it will save you a lot of time. Because some people, you know, they like to kind of record fresh videos every day in the car, in different environments, in different outfits. Some people like to bulk create. Honestly, there's no wrong or right. It's just whatever is the better fit for you. A lot of times my clients that are parents, they do better bulk creating because there's so much responsibilities, you know, with the kids, like in between their work and then like the kids have like homework, they have practices, they have recitals, games, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, kids just have stuff going on. They're their own little socio ecosystem, right? Then and they have their own little social social outings and things and sleepovers and stuff like that. Then on top of that, trying to like clean the house, work out, take care of yourself, you know, like cook dinner or whatever. It's just a lot for my clients that have like smaller children. You said taking over. Yes, baby, they take over your life. Okay. So for my clients that have kids, normally if they have like one day a week where we can think through what's going to be the value content, what's going to be the niche-based content for this week, and we can go ahead and come up with the hooks, it makes it way easier for them. And I really don't have a preference of if they bulk create it or if they just, you know, every day just kind of do it on the fly. That's up to them. Dr. Victoria, thank you for the heart, me, my love. It's just whatever, you know, whatever works the best for you and your lifestyle. So there's no one is not better than the other. Is what can you be consistent with? Like, what can you maintain? That's what's important in that aspect when it comes to that, for sure, for sure. So let's do some Q&A because I know y'all got some questions. All right, and you can either drop your questions in the comments or you can request up, whatever makes you feel good. And then how come yesterday on YouTube y'all didn't tell me that I didn't drop the link? I was like, yeah, you can request up. Then y'all look, but then y'all go slide in the DMs after and was like, oh, I had a question on YouTube, but I was waiting on the link. Y'all, sometimes y'all gotta remind me, okay? If you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, I just dropped the link. So if you want to come in the queue, you can do that. Or if y'all got questions, you can put them in the comments. Whatever makes you feel good. If you're on Instagram, don't forget I have to go back to a different screen to see your comments. So if you're commenting something and I miss it and you're watching me on Instagram, just copy it and basically like spam it, okay? And I'll see it. And everybody, again, do not forget, if you found this helpful, if you found this useful, if the gears in your brain are turning right now, you need to come to the content creator camp. Come. It's amazing. We're gonna have fun and you're gonna get a lot done. And there's only room for 25 people, by the way, in the camp. This is not a just as many people want to buy can come. No, there's only room for 25 because again, we're getting work done. How am I going to review your work if there's like 200 people in there? We can't do. We need to make sure it's done correctly. Okay. Um, Share some boat creation in Canva today and scheduled to send them out. What type of boat creation did you do? And do you have them hooks on there? Okay. Loops work really, really well too, but I don't want to confuse y'all and go off too much into too many different things. Um, you say, is the hooks available to IC members? Um, y'all have some hooks paperwork in there. Hooks Mastery is its own product though. Text only, no videos. Are you doing like carousel text? Or are they like the text using the little notepad feature? You struggle with the hooks, baby. You better get these hooks together. Now, the people that are in the sales, the people that are coming into the 8-week sales boot camp that starts Tuesday, yeah, we're working with them on hooks and custom hooks for them because that's a part of selling, especially if you're trying to sell through your stories or sell through your content that you put up. That's a big one. And then, of course, on the back end, you have to have your system in place too, because normally you start off with a low ticket, and there should always be like some type of order bump or an additional offer in the back end, so you have an automated system that sells for you, and you don't have to do the selling. A lot of people are missing that component too. A lot of y'all be struggling with that. Baby, y'all be making me mad. I be like, baby, I want to fight you right now. Okay. I be like, baby, I'm ready to fight y'all. Cause y'all be making me mad because I'm like, y'all are missing money because you won't put together a system. And it doesn't make sense to me that you refuse to put together a system that will make you money automatically. So literally you can wake up every day and there's money in your account. I'm working towards the UGCs, but I need to do better with the hooks. Um, from looking at your content, I think you probably need to focus more on like the messaging, like the value messaging, like we talked about. I feel like that's more of your issue over a hook, if I'm being honest. Who's that? The Aligned Soul. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you, baby doll. Miko, thank you for my 2026s. This is one thing on StreamYard. I'm not gonna lie, I wish that I had the ability to like scroll back up when I'm on Instagram. I'm not even gonna sit here a lot of y'all. It's annoying. I'm like, oh, and sometimes I can see like the edge of a comment, but I don't have a way to scroll back up. UGC and retainer deals. I feel like retainers are going to be more of a trend in 2026. If I'm being honest, nobody asked me this, but I feel like going into 2026, if a brand sees that you have the ability to convert, and it doesn't even have to be large conversions, maybe you sell 10 or 20 products for them or something, maybe like in a 30-day span. It's going to be pertinent to be able to negotiate with those brands and be able to parlay that deal into like more of a partnership. And a lot of them are very much willing to pay you a monthly retainer to post, like weekly or 4 times a month, or to be able to do like, a story and an FYP or a timeline. Some of them will say, okay, if you create 8 pieces of content for me a month and you just send them to them, and then they have the freedom to post however they want to post, especially if you give them like, if you give them basically the licenses for it and all of that. Oh yeah, retainers are the move to make. When you start working with a company, Ashante, thank you so much for my 2026s. But yeah, a lot of the companies that work with me, we may start off in the beginning, but once they see that I can sell stuff for them, it's very easy for me to send them over my deck and move into retainer deals with them. They're the one-liners, but you're working on the videos. I would say if you're doing one-liners, I would make the video short, like 7 seconds. So the view time is up. I just don't want to have to wait for something for me to get paid. Well, I mean, if you don't want to wait to get paid, then you're gonna have to either sell through affiliate or you're gonna have to sell your own stuff. That's it. Because when you get brand deals, they pay you on like net 30 days. Some people have crazy brand deal payouts. They be like net 60, net 90. I would never do that. But people be doing it. Okay, people do it. No disrespect to you, baby. I ain't doing it. I've been doing this for a long time. I ain't doing it. Sometimes depending on how badly a brand wants to work with you, you may work out something where you'll do like a half up front and then you get the other half, after like the initial deliverables are completed sometimes. And then sometimes if a brand really, really wants to work with you, they'll do all up front. That's normally though if you're doing like ad for them. Um, if you're doing some of your paid partnership deals, yeah, you might have to wait 30 days. Hey Pen, thank you so much for my heart me and for my 2026s. If you are doing no, even on the affiliate stuff, it's gonna be at least 30 days because they have to make sure, like if someone orders something, they have to make sure that it gets through the return period. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it just depends on who you're working with and how badly that company wants to work with you and how good are you at pitching yourself. But if you go and see, you'll see it's very common that it's a 30-day. Yeah. But if you're selling your own stuff, then you don't have to worry about that. Your money pops into your account instantly. Whatever you just sold, it shows up that day. If you wanna batch it or you wanna transfer it over, you can do that. So yeah. Sorry, I don't want to rain on your parade. I just, I don't want you to get caught off guard either. When you're out there doing your negotiations and carrying on. Hmm. Thank you for my finger heart, forever Scorpio. I appreciate that. Okay. Are there any other questions before we dismiss tonight? Marshaya, thank you for my 2026s. Thank you very much. Watch out. Forever Scorpio, thank you for my mustache. Oh, thank you, Pen. You're so sweet. I think it's because I put some highlighter on my cheeks today. And y'all, okay, look, y'all didn't ask me this, but y'all be asking me. Y'all always ask me in the comments, but nobody has asked me tonight. Okay. So I started using this new product from this company called Anua. And it is a PDRN ampule that has like hyaluronic acid and collagen in it. And it is so good. It has my skin looking freaking amazing. And it's not even expensive, y'all. So, like, if y'all go look at my showcase on TikTok shop, it's in there. In Instagram, I put a link to it in the stories this morning. It's fire. It is fire. When I say like life changing, because I was looking for something, because I got the dry skin. Marshall, thank you. Marshall just cleared my live goal. Thank you so much. You threw it in your cart, girl. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see if it's back in here because this morning it was grayed out and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I think hopefully they didn't cancel the bundle. Let me look and see. Hold on. See, this one is okay. So when you get there, it's gonna give you the Anua only or whatever, just the cream only. I didn't get that one. I got the middle one. I got the middle one. It's only $51 and you get the cream and you get the ampules. And I've been using the ampules twice a week. I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 more weeks of twice a week with them, and then I'm gonna go down to once a week with the ampules. But that's what I've been using. And $51 for ampules and a cream is like crazy cheap. And I know somebody probably like $50, baby. If you don't care about your skin, you don't care about your skin. But those of us that buy skincare products, we know that that is cheap for a product that has these types of results. Like that is crazy cheap. Okay. Shoot, my oil that I use, my rose oil that I use from Comfort Zone is $80 on its own just for the oil. And their ampules are $120. And these Anua ampules work better than the Comfort Zone ampules. Yep. And then I have a moisturizer that I use from Comfort Zone, and it's like $80. So the fact you get a moisturizer and you get an ampule for $51 is insane. I don't know how long it's gonna be that cheap because it's on sale, but that's the duo kit that I got, and so I love it. It is amazing. And I put on some moisturizer after I get done with the ampule, and I just go to bed. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. It is doing everything. And I like it. I'm very happy with it. And I have dry skin, so I use the rose oil because it's fat. Like if you have dry skin, you need something with fat in it. If you have, anyway, hold on. Are we done with our educational training as far as like our hooks and stuff? Because if we are, I need to end this and then I can come back on and we can talk about skin for a few minutes. we can talk about skin for a few minutes, baby, before I go in here and rattle these pots and pans. If we done, y'all let me know. Say we finished. We said we need to skin, baby. I will end this and turn around and fire right back up. Okay. I will go for and I will bring the skincare stuff that I've been using. Said, please do. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Do not forget, if this information was helpful for you today, if the information this week has been helpful for you today, that means you need to come to the Content Creator Camp, okay? Early bird pricing is tonight and tomorrow. Get in where you fit in. Get in for the low. And if for some reason you can't afford to come to the camp, then at least get the hooks mastery. So you have hundreds of hooks and you have hooks formula. So at least your content will start performing better and getting in front of the people you're trying to reach because you have a better hook. Okay. You can find information for the Content Creator Camp and for Hooks Mastery in my bio. Go tap the link, look through the information and get it. Okay. Now y'all, I'm finna end this. I'm gonna come right back because y'all know I love me some skincare. So since y'all got questions, I got answers. Okay, let's talk about the skin care. Hold on, let me end all my streams. So many streams. If you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, come to TikTok. Okay, I'm at King Ashley Ann on TikTok, and you too can be a skin guru.